Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Calandra here, senior partner at Ramos Law. And let me tell you, one of the things I love, TV shows, movies about legal stuff, going all the way back to when I was a kid watching LA Law. That was one of my favorite shows, played a role in me becoming an attorney. And today we're going to be looking at Courtroom TV show clips.
Ehab Wazirli says motorist Kim Dukes hit his parked car and fled the scene. Kim denies the charge.
Now, even if it was him who hit your car, that's not the way it works. You take a picture of your car, you take it in for an estimate. If I find that he's responsible for the damage, then he has to pay to have the car fixed. He doesn't pay for your rental car for a year and for the reduced value of the car that you sold. That's not how we gauge your damages. Do you understand?
I understand.
So we've got a hit and run case with apparently nobody injured here on Judge Judy, but some damage to the car. And I disagree with what Judge Judy just said. So here at Ramos Law, obviously we handle a lot of car accident cases. And one of the key things that our clients go through is dealing with the damage to the car. And so obviously you're entitled to have that car repaired. You are entitled for some car rental while your car is being repaired and having that paid for. Typically these are payments made by an insurance company, not an individual. And from time to time, we are able to make a diminished value claim because that car is now worth less money because it's been in a car accident. And you can get the person that sold you the car at a dealership, or you can go to a dealership and get documentation from them as to, hey, this is what the car would have been worth had it not been in a crash. This is what the car is worth now that it has been in a crash. So I'm not sure what the rules are in Judge Judy court. I'm sure she'd be yelling and screaming at me right now. But those are elements of damages when your car is damaged by no fault of your own. So let's see how this shakes out. Now, this guy's gonna have to prove that this driver is the one that crashed into his car, and we'll see if he's able to do that.
So first, tell me on what date this occurred.
This occurred on the 28th of September.
And on what date did you sell the car?
End of December.
So you drove it in October, November, and December. You drove it for 3 months.
Nope. I drove the car for a month and a half.
So you drove the car for a month and a half.
The car was drivable right after the accident.
I'd like to see pictures of the car.
Definitely. So here are the two pictures.
I'd like to see them.
Yes. Now these two pictures are right after the accident.
Okay, so somebody hit your bumper.
Yep, and the trunk, yes.
And the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, where did you find the license plate that you say connects Mr. Dukes to the car?
When I arrived at the scene, there were two LAPD officers. They told me that they found
You can't tell me what they told you, because that's hearsay.
Yes.
If you have a report from the officers, I will read it.
Yes, I do have a report
I'd
from
like to see
LAPD.
it.
Here you go.
It's kind of funny there, Judge Judy talking about hearsay, which is an out-of-court statement being used in court to try to prove the truth of the matter asserted. And she's saying, hey, you can't tell me what the police officer said, but I'll take a report. Well, you know, technically that report can still be considered hearsay, or it could be an exception known as the business record exception, but you need someone to authenticate where that report came from, meaning the officer typically that authored the report's got to say, hey, this is my report. So I think Judge Judy is playing fast and loose with the hearsay rules here, but her court, her rules, she does whatever the heck she wants. Let's see what she does next.
What kind of car do you drive, Mr. Dukes?
A 2014 Accent Hyundai.
The security guard who called the police reported that he saw a Honda hit the plaintiff's car. What color is your car?
My car is gold.
That's what the security officer says that he saw.
It's funny, he said Hyundai, she said Honda. Don't think that's gonna end up mattering here, but I think she thought she was saying something else. Let's see what happens next.
I'm going to tell you exactly what the security officer said he saw, Mr. Dukes. USC unit received a radio call from CSC Security, Earl, with a phone number, who stated a possible gold Honda Accent, license plate number 7L. Is that your license plate?
Not anymore.
It was.
It was.
Collided with a parked vehicle at 37th place. So that was your license plate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your answer says, Mr. Dukes,
Does everybody know what an answer is? Sounds obvious, right? Answering a question. A little different for lawyers. So when you file a lawsuit, the document that's used to file that lawsuit is called a complaint. And that's a written complaint for what you're suing about. You file that with the court. When the defense gets served with that complaint, they file what's called an answer. And that's what Judge Judy is referring to here. Again, it's a written document that kind of answers that complaint that was filed against them. My guess is he denied responsibility in that answer, and Judge Judy's gonna be pissed off about it. Let's see if she is.
it was your license plate, but your license plate was stolen.
Not once, but twice.
So what you want me to believe, Mr. Dukes, is that your license plate was stolen and they put it on another gold Honda Accent. Look, that's what I would have to believe, Mr. Dukes. That's what I would have to believe, sir,
Yes, ma'am.
if I believed your Bubba story that somebody stole your license plate because they wanted to put it on their gold Honda Accent.
Wow.
Wow, that would be a big stretch for me, Mr. Dukes. Did you get an estimate to fix your car, sir?
Yes, I did.
I'd like to see it. What do you mean, wow? Wow was this answer that I got here. And a statement from the security guard that he saw your car with your license plate, and after you hit his car, you reported your license plate stolen and got another license plate.
May I say this?
You can say whatever you want, sir, unless you can explain to me the serendipity of somebody stealing your license plate and then putting it on the exact same car that you have, which hit the plaintiff's car. I want to hear that story, and then I'm going to call the Disney company.
So I don't think Mr. Dukes is going to prevail here. Doesn't have much of a defense. But what he should have done is, if he has car insurance, which I don't know if he does or if he doesn't, but if he has car insurance, he should have called them. And his car insurance company would have handled this claim. They would have paid for the damages to the car, and it wouldn't have cost him a dime other than probably an increase in his insurance premiums. And some people, they'll decide, hey, I don't want to make that insurance claim. I'm going to pay for this on my own so my rates don't go up, and he had that right. But here he did something kind of stupid. He basically said he didn't do it, but all the evidence seems to suggest that he did. That's why he's going to lose. He's going to be writing a check.